The Sapphire PULSE RX 9070 XT is a completely new GPU built on the RDNA 4 architecture that aims to bring a lot more gaming performance at a lower price point. Usually, the Sapphire PULSE cards were more muted in their design that gave quite a professional vibe. This time, Sapphire has tried to improve the design of the PULSE 9070 XT to appeal more to gamers. It still has the classic red strip that's iconic to the design of all PULSE cards, but without that, it looks a lot like the Asus TUF graphics cards. Compared to older PULSE cards, the PULSE 9070 XT has also gotten a lot beefier and now takes up a full 3 PCIe slots, so make sure your case has enough room for it. It also comes with a triple fan configuration that keeps the temperatures below 60 degrees Celsius at all times, and the temperatures can even get closer to the 50 degrees mark. The PULSE 9070 XT needs two 8-pin connectors to power itself and has a rated power draw of 300 watts, but it does go up to at least 310 watts during gaming. The RX 9070 XT is AMD's attempt at completely dominating the mid-range segment where the RTX 5070, RTX 4070 Super, and RTX 4070 Ti reside. These GPUs, however, don't really stand a chance against the 9070 XT, as it manages to outperform them all by roughly 10% consistently. Another issue with all of the NVIDIA GPUs is that they're all 12GB cards that run out of VRAM the moment you turn up the settings on any game. The Rasterization Performance of the 9070 XT is quite accurate based on what AMD themselves have reported. In almost every game, the 9070 XT sits between the 7900 XTX and the 7900 XT. However, the performance is impressively very close to the 7900 XTX. In demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, and A Plague Tale Requiem, the 9070 XT can deliver a locked and smooth native 4K 60fps experience with ultra settings enabled. Likewise, all the competing NVIDIA cards struggle to maintain a steady 50fps in 4K due to the lack of VRAM. Ray tracing performance is the one area that shows the most improvement over the previous generation GPUs. The 9070 XT, despite being a mid-range GPU, can deliver a lot more performance than the previous generation flagship from AMD, the RX 7900 XTX. In Cyberpunk 2077, the 9070 XT can deliver a locked 60fps experience at 1440p with ultra-quality ray tracing enabled, where the 7900 XTX falls closer to 50fps. The real challenge for AMD cards remains to be the most demanding titles such as Black Myth Wukong and Indiana Jones The Great Circle. You can still expect 60fps, but not without tweaking the settings quite a bit and setting the resolution to 1440p. I still wouldn't blame the 9070 XT for this, as even more powerful GPUs still struggle in these games. NVIDIA GPUs still manage to outperform AMD in ray tracing, but it's good to see that AMD is certainly catching up. There is, however, one thing that has gotten me a bit disappointed in the 9070 XT, and that is the high power draw. At over 300 watts, it's clear that NVIDIA still has the upper hand when it comes to performance per watt, as all the GPUs of similar performance, like the RTX 4070 Super, RTX 5070 Ti, and the RTX 4070 Ti Super, can offer more frames at much lower power draw. It is possible that someone who is looking to upgrade to the 9070 XT may also need to upgrade their PSU. Now, the one last feature that I want to mention about the 9070 XT is the much improved media engine. If you're an aspiring video editor or streamer, chances are that you only considered NVIDIA, given how much better their media encoding has always been compared to AMD. This time, however, AMD has seriously caught up, and the new media engine on the 9070 XT renders out videos with nearly the same quality at lower bit rates, with AV1 at H.265, as NVIDIA's RTX 5070 and 5070 Ti. So, in conclusion, despite the higher power requirements, the 9070 XT is a game changer and quite possibly the best mid-range GPU. It brings in a lot of new features on a completely new architecture and makes 4K gaming more accessible than ever before. To sum up, what I like is the incredible 4K raster performance, the significantly improved ray tracing performance, and the new and improved media engine. On the downside, high power requirements. Thanks for staying till the end. Remember, you can check current prices in the description below. If you're looking to optimize your PC even further, don't stop here. We have more videos filled with suggestions and reviews to help you make the best decisions.